Beautiful. So upload this into your library. That's on YouTube for you. And this
Yes.
Frida, yeah, this set today is all about working the magnetic field around the body, strengthening the magnetic field around the body from the heart center, working with the nervous system a lot to really just strengthen all of our systems, come back into alignment with our heart, our brains, our bodies, our spirits. And what's so cool about this Kriya is that it's so old. This is one that's been passed down from the ages, from teacher to student, teacher to student, teacher to student for who knows how long. Some people say, maybe 5,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So what the ancient yogis innately knew is what science, the new sciences are now finding out, all the study of neurocardiology and epigenetics and quantum physics, they're all validating basically what the yogis innately knew, that we're always emanating out to the field, we're always
Mm.
our frequency is always carrying information. And so that information that we're sending out is what is being attracted back to us. And the most powerful way to emanate out feelings is through the heartfelt feelings of care, appreciation, gratitude, just that sense of joy, that sense of love, that sense of freedom. When we emanate that out, we're attracting that back in, and it becomes this loop. And the most powerful electromagnetic field in the body is produced from the heart.
Mm.
100 times more powerful than the brain. So super cool. So we'll go ahead and get started. Come sitting nice and tall. And then just making the commitment to yourself once you're in the Kriya to stay in the Kriya as much as possible. If you need to take a break from the movement, that's fine. Stay in the breath, stay in the energy of it. So we'll be here closing the eyes, sitting nice and tall, taking some nice deep breaths. Bringing your awareness to your heart. Imagining the breath is flowing in and out of the heart. Setting the intention to come into full alignment with yourself. Your inner being, your inner knowing. That wisdom of the heart. Beautiful. Bringing the palms together at heart center, rubbing the palms together. And then bringing them to stillness. Awareness still at your heart. And we'll tune in with the Adi mantra as we do, bowing to, calling upon that creative consciousness within, that inspiration, that source of light, that source of love, that inner teacher. Nice deep inhale. Om Namo Dev Namo Om Namo Dev Namo Om Namo Dev Namo. And inhaling deeply, pausing the breath at the top, straightening the spine, chin is slightly in, pausing the breath. Awareness at the top of the head. And exhaling, relax. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the knees, and we'll start with some Sufi grinds, as they're called, rotating at the base of the spine here, just getting into the hips, lower spine before we start this Kriya. And this is a really powerful Kriya, a good one to master. This could be one that you do for 40 days in a row. So day to day to day, see how your energy changes throughout it. So we're going to be doing everything for the maximum time today in this set. So again, if you need to just take a break for a minute, come back in when you're ready. All the set times are like this prescriptive amount. Good, starting your circles in the opposite direction. We're going to be working with the breath a lot today, really affecting turning on the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the one that allows our bodies to restore and repair. Good, nice deep inhale up to center. Fullest exhale. And then here we go. We're going to start the Kriya. Arms are going to come up into the air like this big V's going just right to the center of the chest, the heart center. And then we'll start breath of fire, the rapid inhale and exhale through the nose, navel pumping in on the exhale. Closing the eyes, awareness right at the heart center. Your normal feelings of happiness and connection and well-being all depend on the balance of your individual electromagnetic fields, which is dictated by the nervous system and the energy of the heart. Good, nice deep inhale, pausing the breath at the top. And now you're gonna pump the navel with no breath. And you're gonna try to pump it about 16 times. And exhale, we're gonna bring the arms down. Taking a few deep breaths here. Letting the energy settle in the body. And just tuning in to your inner world. Wonderful. Bringing the arms back up, and we're going to go for another minute here with breath of fire, pumping the navel in, rapid inhale and exhale. And remember, if you're on the first couple days of your menstrual cycle, then you'll just do long, deep breath here instead. Reason being is because it increases circulation. Good, nice deep inhale. Pausing the breath at the top, pump the navel about 16 times with the breath held in. Good, exhaling as you're done, lowering the arms down and taking a few deep breaths. Already starting to notice some of the shifts in your energy, in your awareness. Beautiful. Very last time, arms coming up, and same thing, starting with breath of fire for 1 minute. Nice deep inhale. Pause the breath at the top, pumping the navel 16 times. And as you're finished exhaling, lowering the arms down. Nice work. Taking a few deep breaths here. Wonderful. We'll get to take breaks as we go along here after every set, and the non-doing is just as important as the doing. So now we'll come to sit on the heels if that's comfortable for you, or stay in the position that you were in. We're going to extend out the arms and let the hands just dangle from the wrists, palms facing down. And then we'll be here with breath of fire. A lot of breath of fire this set. I recommend it to do it just every day if it's the only thing you can do. If you just have 5 minutes, I would recommend 3 minutes of breath of fire and 2 minutes just soaking all the energy in afterwards. Engaging the center on a daily basis really does so much for us. It gives us that power to tap into. Really is a source of strength and vitality. Turning on our radiance from the inside out. Very last minute here. See if you can relax any tension that might have crept up in the jaw or in the shoulders. Seeing if you can soften into any of the resistance creeping up. Seeing what's available for you on the other side of that resistance. And nice deep inhale. Pausing the breath at the top. Exhale, lowering the arms down. Nice work. Taking some breaths. Feeling the energy starting to come alive. Powering up the trillions of cells in the body, each cell having its own electromagnetic field. Wonderful. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me better here. We're going to come sitting on the heels, knees slightly apart, and then we'll lean right back onto our hands. So arms are kind of straight down from the shoulders, basically. Hands can be faced either way, either towards your feet or towards the wall behind you, finding just a comfortable spot for your hands. And then we're going to work with that navel energy a little bit more. We're going to inhale, pause the breath at the top, and then with the breath held in, pump the navel. So it may feel a little awkward in this position. And if you just had breakfast, this may even feel a little more awkward. So you're just doing the best you can, pumping the navel. When you can no longer hold the breath in, then you exhale it out. And then inhale, start again. So you're just pumping it as many times as you can before exhaling the breath out. That could be 5 times, it could be 11 times, it could be 32 times. We'll be here for about another 30 seconds like this. This is a wonderful way to move through any stagnation in the body. A physical stagnation, an emotional stagnation, energetic. Good, letting this be your last round here. Wonderful. As you finish your last round, now we're going to go back even farther. So either extending your arms back behind you farther and leaning back farther, or coming back onto your forearms, finding the position that's comfortable for you, and doing the same thing, inhaling deeply, pausing the breath at the top, and pumping the navel. Good, making this one your last round. Good, on your exhale, you're gonna come sitting up, and we're gonna go all the way over as a counter pose. So coming into almost a child's pose, hands are gonna be together at the top of your, well, I was gonna say mat, but just bringing your hands together, forehead down to the ground, and just letting everything go. Letting go of your to-do list. Being fully present in this moment. This can seem like such a simple pose, but really we're doing a lot. We're bringing the blood flow to the brain. Removing the spinal fluid. And notice your breathing while you're in this pose. Is it shallow? Can you get it a little deeper into the back side of the body? Filling the back lungs. And now we're going to do a little vagal toning, as it's called. So we're going to tone up that vagus nerve by chanting in this position. And we're going to use the mantra. We used it last week. Ang So Hung, which means translates into what I am to be, I already am. You already are your full potential. So this is what we're chanting. But we're going to break up the chant. It's going to be Om, 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 Om 4 times. And then So Hung, So Hung, So Hung, So Hung 4 times. ONG. Ong, 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 ong. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. And we're going to do it from that child's pose position. So coming back down and starting your chant. Ong, 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 ong. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Om, 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 om. So hung, so hung, so hung, so hung. Good, nice deep inhale. Pausing the breath at the top. And exhale. coming on up, and we get to get off of the legs. Isn't that wonderful? We're gonna stretch them out in front of us. By the way, you can do that at any time. Otherwise, giving them a little shake out. Come sitting nice and tall. Nice deep inhale on your exhale, forward folding. Maybe you're keeping a little bend in your knees if your hamstrings are tight. And we're just gonna grab onto the feet or the ankles and be here with long, deep breathing. On each exhale, you're letting go of a little bit more tension in the body. So you may notice your head starts to sink down a little lower. Just taking all the energy out of the pose and plopping forward. Also a seemingly simple pose, but we're stretching the whole nerve, the sciatic nerve, called the life nerve in Kundalini Yoga, running from the base of the spine, all the way down to the heels of the feet. Good, now inhaling up, exhale lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Kind of pumping some of that energy through the spine here. Good, nice deep inhale, sitting up. And fullest exhale. And now we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. Remember, this isn't all work. We're not working. We're having fun. So we're about to have a lot more fun. We're going to lean back onto our hands rather. And then on an inhale, bring ourselves up. So your body's like in the straight line, exhaling. And we'll be right here with breath of fire. Now, if it gets to feeling like too much, you'll just plop your bum back down on the ground. But bringing yourself up, straightening the arms with breath of fire. Head looking up at the ceiling, eyes are closed, pumping the navel. Woo, nice deep inhale. Exhale, lowering down just for a few breaths. Nice work. We're gonna up the challenge level just a little bit on this next round. Remember, it's fun. We're having fun, yay. You can always opt out by going into what we just did or coming back down onto your bum. Otherwise, we're gonna come back up on an inhale, start the breath of fire. And now we're gonna move one leg out and then the other. Heel tap side to side as we're lifting our bodies up with breath of fire. Good. Few more seconds here. And nice deep inhale. Woo, exhale, lowering the body down all the way down to the floor and rest. Letting any tension fall out of the body, be absorbed by the earth below. Letting go of that notion that we have to work so hard for everything. Allowing what we desire to come to us. Our biggest job is to dream the dream and then raise our energy, raise our vibration. Which you've probably seen a lot of evidence in your life of what happens when we operated that way. Things flow, they just flow. Synchronicities happen. They start to become the norm. Opportunities arise that weren't there before. Wonderful. Bending your knees into your chest. And we're going to roll ourselves back up. You're going to bring that left heel and either hug it to put it underneath you as you're sitting on it, or have it pressed against your right thigh, finding your posture today that works for you. If you're sitting on it, then it's sitting right between the perineum at the base of the spine there. And now have a nice deep inhale. And on an exhale, forward folding, grabbing onto the ankle or the foot, or if you can, putting some pressure on the big toe with nice deep breaths. Putting some pressure on the mound of the big toe, stimulating points in the brain. And now you're going to inhale the breath. Exhale. And now at the bottom of the exhale, you'll hold the breath out for about 8 seconds. And then begin again. Nice deep inhale. Fullest exhale. With all the breath held out for about 8 seconds, pausing the breath. And then begin again. Each time, seeing if you can gradually lengthen the breath pause. Good, finishing one more round here. And then as you finish, we're gonna lie on the back again. Getting in these mini Shavasana. We're moving the energy and then we're integrating the energy. Building it, directing it, stabilizing. And as you're here, bringing the awareness back to the heart. And imagining the breath is flowing in and out of the heart. And then making a sincere attempt to bring up any of the heart qualities, that compassion or care, gratitude. It's that deep, deep sense of appreciation. Appreciation for all the miracles unfolding in your life. Wonderful. We're going to take the arms up overhead so they're stretched out, but still on the floor. And then bring that left leg up into the air, 90 degrees. And from here, start the breath of fire. And nice deep inhale. Exhale, lowering that left leg down on an inhale, bringing the right leg up. And again, breath of fire. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lowering that leg down. Now you can either leave your arms right here and bring the legs up to 90 degrees and breath of fire from here. Or other option is to bring the hands underneath your hips and lower the legs down till they're about 12 inches off the floor with breath of fire. Lower spine staying on the floor. Good, nice deep inhale. And exhale, lower the legs down, turning the palms facing up and taking a few deep breaths right here. Again, tuning into the energy of the navel, consciously circulating it throughout the body. And if you don't have enough space to lie back, just becoming still. Wonderful. A couple more poses in this awesome Kriya here that'll give you energy for the rest of the day. Takes a little energy to get through it, but then provides you with energy for the rest of your day. Couple of options here. You can place your hands underneath your hips for more support, bringing the legs straight up to 90 degrees. And then we're going to take a wide-legged position with the legs with breath of fire. So staying right here with your back on the floor, or coming into a half shoulder stand where you're supporting your back of your hips with your hands, and then coming into the wide leg and breath of fire. Finding your version today. Good, nice deep inhale, pausing the breath. And exhale, lower the legs down, all the way down to the ground again and relaxing. If you do the half shoulder stand version, just a nice reminder, don't turn the head while you're in it. Wonderful. You're going to bring the arms up to 90 degrees. So they're straight up in the air. And feel this one out first. So you're going to inhale, raise the legs up about 12 inches off the ground. On your exhale, you're going to lower the legs down, but raise the head up so the chin comes towards the chest, maybe touching the chest even, or coming very close. And then lowering the head down, legs come up. On an inhale, exhale, legs go down, head comes up. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, head comes up, legs go down. And keep going. The legs don't come off the floor very much, about 6 to 12 inches. Head curls up towards the chest. If you need to modify this one, you put your hands underneath your hips for more support, but keep going with the movement. And you'll start to really feel the area that we're working here. It's working the entire core. The power center. Good. Doing one more. Complete round here. And then lowering your arms down, taking a few deep breaths. And then bending your knees, bringing yourself back up to a seated posture. Giving ourselves a big hug here. And then we're going to start some gentle neck rolls. And it's like you're drawing a figure 8 with the top of your head, drawing it on the ceiling. And then next time you come to center, starting your figure 8s in the opposite direction. This is a nice balancer for the brain. Bring a little more coherence into the brain. And then coming to stillness with the head. On an inhale, we're going to come forward toward forehead towards the floor. Exhale, coming up as fast as possible. We're going to repeat that 10 times. Coming down on the inhale. Exhale, coming up as fast as you can. Good. Once you finish your 10th one, bringing your arms down to relax onto your knees, closing the eyes. Noticing the effects of your practice. We'll end this session with a little bit of heart coherence. To bring coherence to the heart, the mind, the body. The nervous system. So bringing your awareness to your heart. And imagining the breath is flowing in and out of the heart. And then tuning back into that gratitude. That deep sense of appreciation. Really breathing in that feeling. Beautiful. Let's seal all this in by chanting one long Sat short Nam, calling on our highest authority, our truest wisdom to lead us through the rest of this day. Nice deep inhale. Sat Nam. And bowing your head to your heart, that teacher within. Sat Nam. Beautiful.